Shark Tank is an American business reality television series on ABC that premiered on August 9th, 2009. ABC's entrepreneur pitch show, Shark Tank, has seen it all. The belief of the show is very simple and reasonable. In the show, inventors and entrepreneurs launch their product to real-life investors, which are called sharks in the show. These sharks examine and acutely assess the products and decide whether backing the fledgling companies with their own money or not. These products could be as simple and silly as just a shoe with a torch, or could be a big, complex machine. They should convince the sharks to make a deal and launch their products into the market. From alarm clocks that wake you up with the smell of bacon, to a scented candle that simulates the most appealing scents to attract a man. Most of it probably these would be, evidently, beer, pot roast, that type of thing. Now, the show has exposed its audience of as many as 5 million viewers to some of the silliest inventions ever conceived. However, over the years, the sharks have also seen some great ideas that just needed an investor with deep, full pockets to take off and launch the products off. Also, some of the biggest scams also happened on the show, and some deals were made on the screen that never really existed after the shows. So, here are the 5 biggest scams on Shark Tank. But hey, before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Number 1, Nightrunner 270. The entrepreneurs of Doug and Renetta's store appeared on Shark Tank in Season 8 of Shark Tank in Episode 3. They launched a product that had sneakers, and those were clipped with a torchlight. Their product was a 270-degree coverage shoe light. And upon asking that of how they got the idea about this product, Doug told him, "I was training for my 5th marathon in 2013. Because of the Florida heat, I was running in the dark and I tripped on a pothole. I told my wife Renetta, 'Honey, I need headlights on my sneakers.' And that's how they got the idea and worked day in and day out on this along with investing on it, and reaches here onto Shark Tank. At their taping in June 2016, after a bidding war between the sharks, the stores chose Robert Herjavec, who offered $250,000 for a 15% of the company. But after that, they were confused whether to continue with the deal that they made on air. Number 2, Body Jack. The entrepreneur based in Illinois named Cactus Jack Barrington introduced a body jack in episode 108 of Shark Tank. According to him, he had already introduced a few products in the market, and he never did a job as he was creative enough to introduce his own product and earn from them. Cactus Jack and his daughter, a professional fitness trainer, entered the Shark Tank and introduced themselves and their proposed product. He begins by telling the sharks his asking price, which is about $180,000 for 20% of his company, the Body Jack, by which the judges never agreed, and they only wanted to invest $90,000, which was half the price. Kevin and the other 2 sharks invested, but at the end, they declared that it was the biggest mistake without any further explanation. Number 3, Gayla Bentley Fashion. Gayla Bentley, the entrepreneur, appeared on Shark Tank in Season 1 and in Episode 9, and launched her clothing line, which was especially for the sizes of 12 to 18. She asked for an investment of $250,000 in her fashion apparel for 20% equity stake. She received an investment of $250,000 in exchange for 50% equity stake by the 2 sharks, who were Barbara Concorin and Damon John. With the investment of Damon John and Barbara Concorin, Gayla Bentley was about to expand her business through selling her clothes in multiple stores, including on her own website. However, there is no mention of Gayla Bentley Fashion being the best and worst on the Shark Tank up till now. She is still struggling for loans from banks, but her clothing line is working. Number 4, Everywheres. The sister co-founders of the novelty wear sticker company came to Shark Tanks in the 6th season and introduced their company to the sharks. The deal to buy the struggling novelty sticker company of Everywheres for $250,000 made for a great drama for the show's viewers. But it turns out the deal never went through. Cuban said he would buy the whole company, but in actually, the deal never went through. All the judges claimed that the company would end up in loss, but Cuban still decided to take the offer. Number 5. The Sullivan Generator. Mark Sullivan, the entrepreneur, entered Shark Tank and introduced himself to the sharks as an inventor who had already had more than 1,000 inventions under his belt to soften them. As he had the demand of $1 million, despite having to walk away from the sharks empty-handed, Sullivan assures all the sharks that this won't be the end of his journey. As all, the sharks considered the business too risky and the investment amount too big. Sullivan had to go empty-handed from here. Many entrepreneurs enter the Shark Tanks, but not each of them had their inventions and products successful. Some failed, some never got the money promised, and so on. But the show is a great opportunity for creative minds and businesses. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, then let us know by giving it a thumbs up. We will see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye!